When people talk about the most dominant team in NBA history, you usually hear about the 96 Bulls, the 17 Warriors, maybe even the 86 Celtics. But in 2001, the Los Angeles Lakers did something none of those teams ever did. They stormed through the playoffs with a record of 15 wins and just one loss. A run so dominant that it almost feels mythical in today's NBA. And at the center of it all was Shaquille O'Neal, the most unstoppable force the league had ever seen. But what made that run so historic wasn't just the wins. It was the way opponents tried and failed to stop Shaq. Teams threw everything at him. Hack-a-Shaq, fronting, double teams, triple teams, and none of it worked. Today, we're going to break down how the Lakers pulled off the most dominant playoff run ever. We'll look at how teams tried to contain Shaq, how Kobe Bryant emerged as the perfect complement, and why this run still stands as the gold standard of playoff dominance. By 2001, Shaq was at the absolute peak of his powers. He was 7'1", over 320 pounds, and still had the footwork and agility that seemed impossible for a man that size. During that playoff run, he averaged 30 points, 15 rebounds, and 3 blocks per game. That wasn't just good, that was video game dominance. And the thing is, defenses weren't unprepared. They knew exactly what was coming. They just had no way to stop it. Hack-a-Shaq, the most infamous strategy. Teams intentionally fouled him, hoping he'd miss free throws. But while Shaq was never a great foul shooter, he wasn't quite as bad as people remember. In 2001, he shot just under 52% from the line in the playoffs. Not good, but not nearly bad enough to make the strategy worth it when he was otherwise scoring at will. Sending him to the line often backfired, slowing the game down and letting the Lakers set their defense. Fronting the post. Coaches tried to deny him the ball by putting smaller, quicker defenders in front. The idea was to force tough entry passes. But the Lakers had mastered spacing in the triangle offense. With shooters and slashers on the weak side, fronting Shaq often opened up easy lobs over the top or kickouts for threes. Double teams. This was the most common tactic. Collapse the defense as soon as Shaq touched the ball, but Shaq had improved dramatically as a passer under Phil Jackson. If you doubled, he'd find Robert Horry or Rick Fox in the corner, or kick it back out to Derek Fisher at the top. And if the double came late, it was already too late. Shaq was dunking on your center's head. In short, there was no answer. You couldn't stop Shaq. You could only hope to slow him down, and most teams couldn't even manage that. But what made the 2001 Lakers special wasn't just Shaq's dominance. It was the rise of Kobe Bryant into full-fledged superstardom. In 2000, during their first title run, Kobe was still young, insanely talented but inconsistent. By 2001, that was gone. Kobe averaged 29 points per game during this playoff run, including some of his most iconic performances. Against the Kings in the second round, Kobe dropped 48 points and 16 rebounds in the closeout game. In the conference finals against the Spurs, he averaged 33 points per game, outscoring Tim Duncan and David Robinson combined in some matchups. What made the Shaq-Kobe duo so lethal was how perfectly they complemented each other. Shaq dominated the paint, demanding constant attention inside. Kobe thrived on the perimeter, attacking off the dribble, pulling up for mid-range jumpers, and punishing defenses that sagged in to protect against Shaq. If you sent extra help at Shaq, Kobe feasted. If you keyed in on Kobe, Shaq ate you alive down low. It was a basketball version of pick your poison, and every opponent picked wrong. Now let's talk about the actual run itself. First round, Portland Trail Blazers. This was the same Blazers team that nearly eliminated the Lakers the year before. This time, the Lakers swept them, 3-0. Shaq averaged 27 and 15. Kobe averaged 25. It wasn't close. Second round, Sacramento Kings. This was the beginning of the great Lakers-Kings rivalry. Sacramento was young, fast, and innovative, but they had no answer for Shaq, who averaged 33 points and 17 rebounds in the series. The Lakers swept them 4-zip. Conference Finals, San Antonio Spurs. This was supposed to be the real test. The Spurs were the one team with the size to match up. Tim Duncan and David Robinson. Didn't matter. Shaq averaged 27 and 13. Kobe averaged 33 and completely outplayed Duncan. The Lakers swept them 4-zip. NBA Finals, Philadelphia 76ers. The Lakers entered 11-0. The Sixers had Allen Iverson, the MVP that year, and one of the league's best defenses. Game 1 was the famous Iverson step-over game, the Lakers' only loss of the entire run. After that, the Lakers won 4 straight, closing it out in 5. Shaq was named Finals MVP with averages of 33 points and 16 rebounds, while Kobe chipped in 25 per game. The final tally, 15 wins, 1 loss. Pure dominance. So why does this run stand out, even decades later? First, it's the sheer dominance. No team has ever bulldozed through the playoffs quite like this. Even the Warriors with Kevin Durant and Steph Curry couldn't do it. Second, it was the perfect storm of talent and system. Phil Jackson's triangle offense maximized Shaq's inside presence and Kobe's perimeter skills. The role players, Ori, Fox, Fisher, were perfectly suited to play off the two stars. And third, it cemented Shaq's legacy. We throw around the term unstoppable a lot in sports, but in 2001, Shaquille O'Neal really was unstoppable. You could hack him, front him, double him. It didn't matter. He was going to dominate, and his team was going to win. The 2001 Lakers didn't just win a championship. They left us with a playoff run so dominant it almost feels unfair. And it gave us the clearest picture we've ever had of Shaq at his absolute peak, with Kobe rising right alongside him. For basketball fans, it's a reminder of a simple truth. Sometimes greatness isn't just about talent or numbers. It's about being so dominant that no strategy, no scheme, no adjustment could stop you. And that's exactly what Shaq and the Lakers proved in 2001. Thanks for watching. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to this channel because it really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Thanks.